Oh, boy. Okay. Mike from Virginia. You're in the Wilkow Majority. Hello.
Hey, Wilkow.
Yes, sir.
So, the deficit has actually come down under Obama.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Tell me, give me all the numbers here.
By about $200 billion.
And is that because they've been printing? Are you accounting in for inflation?
Well, I mean, all you
Are you accounting for inflation?
No, I'm not.
So quantitative easing, you're not counting any of that.
But he's a tax and spend liberal. If
You're not counting.
then it should still be going up.
Do you know what quantitative easing is?
Yes, I know what quantitative easing is.
Adding to the money supply to claim that you're reducing the deficit is not exactly reducing the deficit in that you're devaluing the currency to do it. So all he'd have to do if the deficit was $1 trillion, he could come up with $1 trillion coin and say, "There you go, Treasury. Now we don't have a deficit anymore."
Well, now you're talking about an idea for the debt ceiling, which is kind of crazy. I think you have to
No. If you are using the Treasury to buy $80 billion or $40 billion in mortgage-backed securities, in other words, you're creating money with your left hand to give to your right hand, money that doesn't actually exist, and you're claiming that you're paying down the deficit. You're not really paying down the deficit, sir. No, Mike. The revenue. Let me finish. Okay, thank you very much for the call. I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this game where they don't let me finish what I have to say, and they claim, "You're hanging. Let that guy stay on. You're hanging up with him." I'm hanging up on people that don't let me finish my point. If you are printing money to put to the deficit, you have not come up with an economic plan to bring more revenue into the government. Even if you say, "I'm going to raise taxes or lower taxes," we know that when you lower taxes, you get more revenue. That's besides the point. But when you're narrowing the tax base and printing money to compensate for the fact that 47% of the population isn't paying any taxes, and you're using fiat currency to pay down the deficit, you're not actually paying down the deficit. So I'm not going to give that person any time to try to play a game with me. Using fiat currency is not raising revenue. You cannot increase revenue to government with a printing press.